So Kuma, now that we got through this episode, what do you think about other witches from the way Envy described them? You can check what she said about them if you don't remember. I don't think about it too much. I don't think about it too much at all. I don't think about it too much. I honestly didn't think about it too much at all. Mostly because it didn't actually even grab my attention. It was just like one of those things of, you know, what they did. Who created beasts that defied the will of God to save the world from starvation. She was the what? Gluttony. Created beasts that defied the will of God to save the world from starvation. Okay, that doesn't sound like she's bad. Who granted emotions to non-human beings in an attempt to fill the world with love. Again, that doesn't sound like a negative. The Witch of Wrath, Minerva, who hurt in hopes of healing as she lamented the state of her war-torn world. Again, that doesn't sound like she did negative things on purpose. The Witch of Sloth, Sekhmet, who drove a dragon past the great waterfall just for a chance to rest. The Witch of Pride, who out of youthful innocence and cruelty judged criminals one after another. Okay, light Yagami. The Witch of Greed, Echidna, the embodiment of the thirst for knowledge, who has done things she regrets. Well, haven't we all? Even in the realm of death, all in pursuit of all types of knowledge. The Witch of Envy, who killed all the other witches and used them as sustenance while she made the world her enemy. The most detestable of them all, what was that? What do I think of the witches? I've got a better question. Who's God? She mentioned God. Who is God? And why were the creatures not allowed to exist to feed humans? Why was the world void of love? And why was it war-torn prior to the witches? It sounds almost like the world was chaotic prior to the witches. Almost as if the witches are a counterbalance to that chaos. So what's up with God? There is no God here. Well, yeah, that's what happens when you nail him to a tree, but Carmilla sounds like she made bestiality. Here's the thing. We're told in season 1 the witches are evil. Also the thing. The white whale who's called Gluttony, people were saying that it's Satella's creation. If Witch of Gluttony existed, then why people think otherwise? So Kuma, will you only react to the first 13 episodes of season 2 and the second part will be voted for? No, I'm watching the whole season. The only reason Attack on Titan got halfway was because it was never voted. You will know in 5 or so years. 5 years? Why do I have to wait 5 years? That's bullshittery. I want to know now. Alright, let's kick off episode 4. Of course, he's got all of the action figures. It makes me think that the Witch of Envy, Satella, was so hated because she killed the other witches who were helping people. Makes sense. Makes sense. By the way, the text that flashes as Subaru is running in the OP says, if it's to save you, it doesn't matter how many times I die. I love how he just keeps cucking himself. Why did Dad skip leg day? Look at those fucking skinny legs. Look at that. It's tiny. Stop skipping leg day, Dad. Ooh, protein. She's giving you a sign. She wants you to grow some balls. He doesn't like peas, does he? What are you complaining about? They're high in protein, low in fat, and plenty of fiber. I sometimes eat a kilo of peas when when I'm feeling fat. They're really good for you. Stop bitching and eat the peas. Where's the Western dish? I don't see a Western dish. I see a European dish, which is French. I see peas, which don't count as anyone's dish. And I see miso soup. What drugs are you on, woman? Jam isn't Western, it's European. Why do I feel an insatiable urge to fight Subaru's dad? Hey, if you don't like a particular food, get some sesame sauce. Stuff is fucking delicious. I know it's like half mayonnaise, but come on. Oh, sorry, sesame. It's like sesame sauce. It's delicious. What the hell was that? Is this what family life's like? This looks like hell. Stop jacking off so much, and maybe you wouldn't have wrist problems. Why do you sleep on the floor? What's going on? fuck is this poster? What? It wouldn't be Japan without schoolgirls. I won't make it to school on time now. Why are you happy about that? Ah, this is his trial, isn't it? Fun. Normally? What? Oh, god damn it, Michael. Oh yeah, the porn thing. Damn nuts. What? Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina? What the hell? Having a day off in Japan is rare. Huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What the fuck is going on? Huh? Is something trying to wake him up? Deal what? Ooh, product placement. Then why don't you just flick the top, you idiot? The kid's gonna have a stroke. Black coffee, huh? That wasn't what he was asking at all. What? Wait, so your son doesn't want to go to school, and your way of asking him why he doesn't want to go to school is there a girl you like? Huh? He's gonna have a heart attack or a stroke or a brain hemorrhage. Huh? Echidna, is that you? Oh no, it's Emilia. Why doesn't he remember her? Do parents actually do this type of shit with their kids? Because this is cringy as fuck. I mean, I get it. He's giving him an opportunity to think about things, taking him out of the environment, and, just letting him talk through his problems to someone that just asks questions and doesn't say a lot. And he's, gone through that whole process of thinking and come to the realization, which is good, is basically give him a counseling moment. But, I mean, he doesn't have it that bad. This is sounding first world problems. Oh, I am not as good as I used to be at academics and sports, and I feel shitty because, I linked my identity to something external. And so I want people to recognize me again, so I start acting like the clown, and now they've stopped acknowledging me, so I've lost my place in the world. And it took me a little while to realize that instead of looking for external approval, I have to first approve of myself. And I have to find the meaning to my own existence internally rather than externally. It's like, oh, okay, cool, you figured that out as a high schooler, I'm proud of you. But all things considered, your life ain't that bad, kiddo. You have parents that legitimately care for you. And, your biggest problem was that you made an idiot of yourself in high school. What do you fucking do? 90% of these people you won't even keep in touch with after you graduate. Because it is first world problems, it's facing his past and then mistakes he made before he came to the other world. Whether it's good or meh. I mean, sure. But all things considered, he's not that bad off. I mean, I get that it seems like world ending in the present and is retreated into his shell because his confidence was crushed. But there are significantly worse things than feeling a little out of place in high school. Because let's face it, that's kind of the norm. Okay, that's cringy as fuck. Oh, God. Oh, your father's dead. I was gonna say, this whole walking through the flowers is something you do before you tell your kid that you have terminal cancer. But your father's dead, so you're basically coming to the acceptance of his death. And this whole conversation is something you're having so you can accept his death. Oh, okay, cool. Death denial. Great. No, you misunderstand. Oh. He knows he's never coming back to his real world. He's in another world. He can't make it up to them because they're in different universes. Ah, so he's feeling guilt for not... But how does he know he's never going to come back? Well, part of the problem could be that he's not actually looking for a way to get back to his reality, but anyway. You visited a graveyard. Kick him. Kick him! Oh, God. Oh, God. You should not allow this type of behavior. This is where all his social problems stem. Who the fuck was that? Wait. What the fuck? What the fuck? His bag's up there, but his hand's down here. How's that bag standing up on his shoulder? That'd be awkward as fuck. Eating mayonnaise? What the fuck? Do you not know how to cook or something? You do realize a lot of people eat mayonnaise from the bottle. I mean, we have that mayonnaise and we use it for a lot of things, but we don't fucking eat it out of the bottle. That's how you get diabetes. Like, that mayonnaise is awesome for sushi and people use it as a dip and all that sort of crap, but you don't just eat it out of the bottle. That's fucking diabetes. You don't just grab butter and deep fry it. Oh, wait, some Americans do, but you get my point. Let's fucking get the mental image out of our heads. Oof! Well, that fucked him up. Hmm. It is. It's. It's amazing how kids seek the approval of their parents. And until they realize that's what they're doing, they continue to do it. Even if their parents aren't their biological parents. They can go through life just seeking the approval of parental figures and not even realizing. It's kind of. I don't understand that part of human psychology, but it's fascinating. And then when they realize what they're doing and then they decide that they don't need other people's approval and they just want to be happy with themselves and accept who they are, then they truly get freedom. And then they get hit with the existential question of, okay, well, I can do anything. What do I do? But until they get to that point, they're just blindly chasing the approval of others. Which sounds like what he was doing. He was living in the shadow of his father instead of walking his own path. It's interesting. But all things considered, at least he has parents that somewhat care as to what he's up to. Because most parents lay out expectations for their kids, sometimes out of the, best of reasons. They want them to be well educated, get a high paying job, and, be well off. But they don't realize that they're psychologically fucking the kids up because they think it's the be all end all, and if I don't achieve these things, my parents will never love me. So the kids start doing these things not out of their own ambition, but rather to get their parents' approval, even if it makes them unhappy. Which is kind of the wrong way to motivate kids. Because then without their parents, they just spiral out of control. Huh. I never really thought of parenting that much now that I think about it. Huh. It's crazy. You need to get a license to drive a motor vehicle, but you don't need to get a license to psychologically program a living being that has the potential to destroy the world. Huh. Humans are weird. Ah, so he realizes he's in the other world. Never thought of that during Ultra the Spare Girls either. Maybe I did. So Subaru is going to change and back to reality, back for life again. That's a good quote. I never seeked much approval, then again, I am enough of an asshole to call myself pride. Meh. Having pride in yourself isn't a necessarily bad thing. It's only when it consumes you and then it becomes a problem. That's when you become a megalomaniac. Hmm? She's got a point. She's clever. She's a good mum. But why are you walking in that? Oh, right. Is it the mayonnaise? Ah, you didn't say bye to mommy. And that is the last time you saw her. Meanwhile, this entire scenario is playing out in your head. Sure, if the lie helps you live your life, go for it. Self-delusion is a thing humans do. What?! What is this all about? What do you want, woman? What do you want? So now he's doing his trial? What? Does he have to accept his past, his present, his future? What does he have to do? What do you want, woman? What do you want? Why is there a different ending for each thing? Oh, what's going on there, Miss Grade? Alright, I have to ask, why were you people looking so forward to me seeing this? I'm legitimately curious. What about this episode in particular had you so, so excited? So news. The author already stated that it's been a year and a half since Subaru got transported. Since then, his parents have already contacted the police to search for him. Obviously, the police couldn't find him and the search ended. They are currently still waiting for him to return, but they're also in a heavy spiral of depression right now. I mean, they could just make another child. I'm not even sure I could answer without spoilers. Fair enough. The part about it being 1.5 years, I'm not sure about that. Echidna in school uniform, of course. Well, it wouldn't be Japan without a schoolgirl uniform, so Looking into my eyes, Subaru. Echidna schoolgirl uniform. Alright, fine. Everyone just... Yeah, sure, do your thing. Everyone wants to see people in schoolgirl uniforms. Go for it. Subaru and his thought process. Well, my whole thought process... Oh, Subaru and his thought process? What do you want, Woman Dungeon? What do you want? I mean, clearly, she can already see the inner workings of his mind because she's created this dimension and he's finished the first part quicker than she anticipated. So she already seems to know what he's dealing with if she's able to estimate how long she thinks it would take him. And she probably thought it would take longer than that because she thought he was an idiot, which I was thinking as well. Because we like to see you analyze people's mental problems. He doesn't have a mental problem. He's a teenager. I think half of the problem is everyone thinks teenagers have mental problems. They don't. They're little kids that have been hit with hormones that they don't know how to handle. And they go crazy. They eat fried chicken and jack off to a curved piece of wood. And they get labeled mentally insane or some crap like that. They're just teenagers. They do stupid shit that they regret all the time. That's not insanity or a problem. That's called growing up. I think if we let kids screw up a little bit and learn from it, they would be a lot more well-adjusted as adults, instead of trying to suppress everything and everything becoming a deviancy later on because it's buried under the rug. I'm just saying. Basically, your POV on the whole episode. Okay. Well, jokes aside, we've got some backstory on Subaru. Better than nothing. A big complaint about Season 1 was how we get to see Subaru develop, but we never get to know about Subaru himself as a character or a person. Well, sometimes backstories are best not at the beginning. Sometimes it's nice to wonder about people instead of just giving us their backstory. And sometimes it can be a big payoff later on in the series if we learn about why a character is the way they are, instead of them just, giving it to us at the beginning. At least that's how I think about it. I mean, Fab, you should be a big supporter of this. We get it in MGS all the time. First you deal with the person, and then you find out why they are the way they are. And then you look at them differently next time you play through the game. It's a much better experience than knowing about the person at the beginning and then, all that stuff. It gives them an extra layer, and it also gives you replay value. I mean, it's like people in general. You're not going to learn about their backstory straight off the bat. You first got to deal with them as they are, and then you're going to get their backstory. Well, in actuality, you're going to deal with their mask first, and then you're going to get to know the person if you spend enough time with them, and then you get to find out about their backstory. But what I'm more interested in is little Miss Echidna over here that seems to be incredibly powerful and likes to put people through trials. My question is why? Needless to say, a bunch of people who didn't like Subaru until this point eventually warmed up to him on this episode. I would say in the past few episodes, I realized that Subaru isn't needlessly... needlessly is the wrong word. I just read it, which is why my mind went to it. But he's not necessarily as stupid as I thought he was. He does stupid things. He's at times highly irrational. He's emotionally volatile, and he's cringy as fuck. But that doesn't necessarily make him an idiot. At times, he can be quite witty. Which, to his credit, is good. But that doesn't stop him from annoying the shit out of me when he's cringy as fuck with that John Travolta pose. I will never, I repeat, I will never encourage that type of behavior. It wasn't cool when the movie came out, and it is not cool now either. What do you think of Emilia and Rem bits, and how much they impacted Subaru's life so much? I don't think... Well, and to answer your question directly, because I was going to blow it out of proportion. I think he needed someone. He needed someone that would acknowledge him, someone that would appreciate him, and someone that would believe in him. Now, your parents typically, for most people, I assume, believe in you and want the best for you no matter what. That's a double-edged sword. But people outside of your immediate circle acknowledging you, supporting you, and genuinely liking you for who you are is a very rare thing. The fact that Emilia and Rem like him despite all his weaknesses, his cringiness, his emotional volatility, and his outright stupidity at times is very reassuring and, well, probably fills him up with a lot of... I'm looking for a better word than positivity. But, encouragement. He sort of feels like he's someone to someone. I mean, your parents liking you, well, they're your fucking parents. But someone in the world other than your parents acknowledging and wanting you there is a nice feeling. You almost feel like you mean something. You're a part of the world. As opposed to just drifting in it like a nobody, It's a thing. I mean, sure, it's a thing, right? I accept it as it is. What do I think of Emilia and Rem in particular? I mean, people in general are looking for this. They're just looking at it in different places in different ways. Whether they be looking for success in business so there's somebody somewhere, or whether they become popular socially or, in whatever industry. I mean, everyone wants to be accepted. Just look up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. First, you need to satisfy your need for food and water. Then you need to satisfy your need for shelter and safety. And then you need to satisfy your craving for social acceptance. It's the third tier. He's got the food and water because he lives with his parents. He's got the shelter because he lives with his parents. He was stuck on the third tier. He now got the third tier from Emilia and Rem, and the kids in the village, as well as all the friends that he's made. He can now go on to the next tier, right? Now the next tier is all about him accepting himself. Once he gets over that tier, he goes into the highest tier, being self-actualization, where he actually starts doing what he wants to do. He stops being reactive to the world and starts being proactive. He stops looking at the external world for meaning and starts looking internally and impacting with the world. The thing with us humans is very few people reach this, stage of enlightenment. And it's very difficult to do so because we mostly struggle to keep the roof above our heads and our fridge full. I mean, what do I think about this? I think it's good. I think it's healthy. And I think as a human being, he's growing by realizing this. I don't know if he realizes it as much as, I am by laying it out on the table. But he's definitely progressing as a human being. He's growing as a human being. Particularly in that age of the teen years. These are the years where we start figuring out who we really are. Thing is, most people don't actually figure it out, and they end up, extending that in their early 20s. I mean, back 100 years ago, when you were 16, they'd give you a rifle, ship you off on a beach, and tell you to climb the mountain and kill the Nazis, right? Nowadays, we have kids in their early to mid-20s that have a panic attack when their mummy and daddy's credit card doesn't work at the store. So, this whole thing gets pushed back more and more. So seeing Subaru confront these challenges and learn these things about himself and overcome them at such an early age is good. What do I think about it? I mean, I'm watching a person grow and progress. That's what I think about it. What more can I say? I'm watching his journey. I don't know how to label it. Do I label it good? Do I label it bad? I don't know what to label it as. I don't know. I'm thinking about it in a rational sense. What do I say? I'm out of words here, guys. Would you stop looking at me, you fucking anaconda? I mean, echidna. Why are you named after an echidna? To be fair, it doesn't seem like Emilia accepted him at first. She did lie about her name to stop him from getting killed, and Rem killed him as soon as she could, and later she just kind of bent over. Yes, she did. Wait, are echidnas those fucking animals with the little spikes? Echidna. Yeah, they fucking are. Look at this shit. She's a fucking echidna. Echidnas, sometimes known as tiny antlers, belong to the whatever fucking family. And where are they fucking native? Fucking live in Australia and New Guinea. Yeah, she's a fucking echidna. She's this shit. Alright, this one's pretty fucking cute. Wait, you guys can't see this? This little thing is a little cute thing. There's a little echidna. There's a little cute thing. There's a little cute echidna. There's a little cute thing. Fucking adorable. I mean, the thing with echidnas is it's very difficult for them to be affectionate because they've got all these spikes. So unfortunately for echidnas, they never get to, get physically affectionate with their partners because they might hurt them. This is a hedgehog. No, this is an echidna. You guys call them hedgehogs. and they eat ants. Look at these little thingies. Look at these little baby thingies. Look at them. Look at them. Look at their little tiny spikes on their babies. Fucking hell. Little echidna. Oh my god, look at this little fat baby. Look at him. Look at this little fat baby. Look at him. Look at his little eyes. They're so cute. Look at him. Look at him. Is that a penis? Oh, god damn it. What have you been up to? You been rolling in the dirt, little buddy? Oh my god, little piggy nose. Look at him. I just want to scratch his nose. I just want to scratch his fucking nose. Fucking adorable. Echidna is also in Greek mythology the mother of monsters from what I remember. Maybe the reason why she's called Echidna is because she keeps hurting the people around her. Or maybe if she stopped being such a bitch, she might have more friends. And they swim. Look at little air bubble. Look at little air bubble. He's got a little air bubble. Oh my god. I fucking love animals. I love animals. Oh my god. And a little albino echidna. Oh, that's cute. He almost looks like he has a duck. Little duck. Little ducky duck. I never knew they could swim. Most animals can swim. Look at him. He's at the beach. Look at this little guy. I mean, that's the thing that really... what really annoys me about humans is that they complain about, say, an animal being at the beach, or there's a possum in the yard, or something like that, or there's a snake or something, or a kookaburra barking on the tree, and they're like, oh, there's an animal in my yard. I'm like, you son of a bitch, you built your yard in their home. There isn't a rainforest on both sides of your road. There is a road through the fucking rainforest, and you're surprised the animals want to cross from one side of the territory to the other. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I drive through national parks and all this stuff, and I completely get it. We humans have expanded and done all these things. But at the same time, show a little bit of respect to nature, animals, and their homes. Because it's not their fault they're crossing the road. Stop being pissed off every time you have to slow down when there's an animal crossing the road. You are crossing their fucking living room, right? And if someone started using your living room as a hallway or a walkway, you'd be pretty pissed off too. But they're not attacking you. So the least you could do is slow the fuck down and not hit them. I had it happen when I was driving the other night with Hutchon. There was a possum crossing the road and, we almost hit it, but thankfully I swerved and didn't hit it. And the other day I was driving through one of the streets and there was a rabbit crossing the road. And not even 20 meters later, another rabbit crossed the road. I was like, oh shit, I must be out in the farmland or something. There's rabbits, That's their home. It's not me to be like, oh, fuck you, get out of my car, I'm going to run you over. No, fuck off. You're in their backyard. Show some respect. None of these animals are dangerous. None of them want to attack you. They just want to be left alone and they want to live their lives, like most humans. Just let them do their thing and they'll leave you alone. Now, Kuma, say that to yourself next time there's a fucking spider in your room. Shut up, Kuma. Okay, not to ruin the mood, but next episode, please. Yeah, we gotta get a little break. Stop looking at me like that, you bitch.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun sized, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.